be fine. Who came up with the hammer?
Actually, I'm going to give credit to an announcer out here. He's on AEW right now, Tony Schiavone.
Really?
Yeah, so he was on NWA Mid Atlantic Wrestling. If it wasn't Bob Caudle and David Crockett, Tony Schiavone came in and started doing some of the matches too, right? Commentating. And he would say, "Here comes the hammer," because I'd throw the guy outside on the floor and I'd bring him up and bring him back over him like my dad used to be, Johnny Valentine. I'd throw that big hammer across and a big boom. And Tony Schiavone said, "Here comes that hammer." And then it just evolved into Greg the Hammer Valentine.
There you go. That's a good story. With I know obviously you don't hear the commentators when you're wrestling. I don't know if you ever went back at the time and watched back some of the shows and heard the commentators, but which commentator, which announcer did you feel did the best job of putting you over as a threat, as a wrestler, as a world champion? Who was your favourite that you thought would do the best job commentating and bigging you up, essentially?
Well, Gorilla Monsoon, Vince McMahon himself when he used to announce, uh, Mean Gene Okerlund. These are all WWF guys. Lord Alfred Hayes. Um, and these guys believed in me, and they talked good about me, and they wanted me to get over it, but they talked the truth about me. If I couldn't produce, they wouldn't say shit, right? And they'd say it takes him 10 minutes to warm up, which is true. And down in the Mid-Atlantic in the Charlotte area, NWA, it was David Crockett, Tony Schiavone, and this basketball announcer, Bob Caudle. And they were slower to talk, but they got the story across. And I used to hate David Crockett's, his announcing, but I listened to it now. It was friggin' good. It was very detailed. It wasn't real fast. There wasn't a lot of charisma with David Crockett, but Bob Caudle, they were great. And then you had Tony Schiavone. He stepped it up some. But my all-time favorites was Vince McMahon when he was announcer, Gorilla Monsoon. Vince was great on the Saturday night's main event, right?
Mm-hmm.
And Jesse Ventura, there's another one. And Mean Gene Okerlund, oh my God. So all the matches that you can get on the YouTube from the Garden, bring up Ricky Steamboat, me against Tito Santana, me against Hulk Hogan, they're all over the place. And Mean Gene and Vince McMahon and all these, Vince and Jesse Ventura, they did all those Saturday nights main event. They were great.
Yeah.
Great announcers.